Most blokes will start training with intentions to either lose fat or build muscle. That's great, it's a goal, but stats tell us it's more than likely you won't achieve your goal, and if you do, you won't be able to maintain it for any period of time. Yo-yo dieting, sports participation, even taking up a new hobby, all the stats say the same. Chances are you'll quit. Motivation is finite and should not be relied upon. What you need is a program of training that works for you and a framework that supports the program. If you've quit on training programs before, or you simply haven't got the results you want, it might be because you don't have the support systems needed to achieve your goals. At StrongDad, we believe a key part of ensuring success is to build a supporting framework around your training program. This framework reinforces positive decisions and processes you need to follow in order to achieve a desired outcome. Being resilient. An agile framework is a specific approach to planning, managing and executing work. Mainly used in a business setting, we can apply this to our training with great effect. Being resilient as a StrongDad means understanding how the following principles affect your adherence to a program. Level of flexibility on expectations and delivery. How realistic are your goals? Flexible goal setting is about adjustment. It's about finding your own strategies to cope and succeed when circumstances in your lives change. Without allowing ourselves the flexibility to make changes, a fixed long-term plan won't help us. Unrealistic expectations and a doomed to fail approach will ultimately leave you demotivated. It is our job together to manage expectations. Have a goal in mind, but focus on processes and be resilient enough to adapt these as and when your lifestyle changes. Then you can either make a more realistic plan or manage expectations for next time. Level of collaboration from work and social networks. Are your friends and family on board with your program? Are they amenable to your behaviour change? Because we spend the majority of our time with these people that are closest to us, collaboration in behaviour change is crucial for you to adhere to the training program. StrongDads will not only need a supportive network, but one which is amenable to changes in behaviours that will need to take place in order to achieve success. It is important to remember that any change we initiate has potential effect on work and social networks. Poor collaboration from social networks will lead to increased program deviation and poor results. Humans are wired to fear change. We need to encourage open communication without judgment. You need to discuss the positives of your changes and the positive impact it will have on work and social networks. Level of collaboration from family. What can you do if the people who should be your great supporters aren't? Family judgment and actions are often clouded by their own insecurities. Family members often simply lack the knowledge to provide good advice or guidance. They have an image of who or what you should be. Change can threaten this. We do not want resentment to build in family relationships. Poor collaboration will lead to inter-family friction and increased barriers to program optimization. Understand that sabotage is often coming from a misguided place, but done with love. We encourage open communication about what is important to you, your partner, kids, and the positive impact your behaviours will have on the family. We suggest setting boundaries with loved ones before you start a program. Above all, involve them. This is absolutely crucial to the program's success. Time constraints. How much time do you realistically have? Family, work, other responsibilities, how flexible is your schedule? Perceived and actual time constraints are two separate things. There are a myriad of emotions surrounding how we spend our time. Many people feel guilty for spending time on themselves regardless of the importance. If you only commit to an hour a week, how likely is it that the program is going to succeed? Poor time flexibility will lead to enforced absence and in time, program dropouts and or poor results. Identify how much time you have realistically. Find areas you can improve on and be honest with how long the program takes. Again, be flexible and set proper goals with the time we have available. Have alternatives and options to deal with periods of very constrained and inflexible time. Accessibility to advantageous environments. This is about doing what you can with what you have. How flexible is your current environment? With the best will in the world, if we simply do not have access to a good training environment specific to our plan or goals, then the idea is going to be dead on arrival. For example, if you want to be a world-class ice skater but the nearest ice rink is 100 miles away and you don't own a car, how likely is it that you're going to succeed? Poor accessibility is a key barrier to program adherence. Find good, accessible environments from which you can thrive. You might not have access to all the equipment you need to have alternatives where possible. Offset the negative impact of an imperfect environment with good planning and flexible alternatives. Financial flexibility. What is a budget flexibility? Everything costs money. Finance is access. Without the budget to access a program, the discussion is mute. Financial stability is important too. If fluctuations in finance mean programs become unaffordable, the program itself becomes fragile. Poor financial flexibility is likely to lead to training becoming unaffordable, and therefore you're going to drop out from the program. Find something that is flexible for you and your wallet. Identify a value to your program. If the value of a program is zero, and if it costs £1, it's going to seem too expensive. Identifying financial flexibility will give us a better understanding of a program's success. Have alternatives and strategies that might better suit your financial situation. For example, we have a muscle building program that costs literally £0. Becoming resilient. Rank your flexibility from 1 to 5 on each of the above sections. If you score under 3 for any of the sections, we suggest seriously considering the action suggested so you can improve that score. At StrongDad, we know the higher the score, the more likely you are to succeed. Here's a key piece of information every StrongDad should know and repeat as a mantra. It's not what's in the program, but how long you are in the program.